Hi, Anti-Society. Welcome back to the Antisocial Planet. Today we are getting into some more Tower of God, a webtoon, and y'all, things are getting intense again, okay? I'm like, I know that I'm getting closer and closer to the end of the second season, which it's been a long road, but I'm starting to feel some of it because the tension that is building up is a little bit wild. Just like the power-up that we've had, and now we're getting to this name hunt station, and Endorsi's got to get her name back, but Khun has got his own plan, and now we've got team from season 1 going head-to-head with the new and improved team from the Hell Train. Seeing Khun and Shibisu go head-to-head with each other is gonna be a thing. It's gonna be interesting to see how that all turns out. It's probably fine. It's probably totally okay. Also, my boy Rock is in the middle of a fight, and he was hurt, and I do demand the person he's up against. For my own personal peace, I need to see him just like absolutely wrecked. So yeah, this is a whole thing that's going on. I feel like we're gonna get a bit of a fight between these two at some point, just because we have different motivations. He's a lot nicer about it. Khun's like, too bad, your plan's ruined. And then Bomb's, oh, I have a very logical reason for doing this, and I feel bad about it. He's like, I get it, I empathize, but also I need that name. He was like, I don't think I'll be able to let, like the number of words that this man is putting in to soften the blow is really cute. Yeah, it's a little bit of a difficult situation, isn't it? Oh, the fact that we're like, so you would rather I die than not be able to follow up after Rachel. Boy, you better backtrack real quick. Are we just going full on? Yeah, I was like, she's like, fine, you've chosen to make an enemy of me. Good luck. Oh yeah, Hatz was like, cool, we're enemies now? Fight me. I feel like that will not go over well. I feel like everyone gets lulled into a false sense of security of being like, oh, Khun doesn't fight. And yeah, because he doesn't feel like it. Not because he can't. Like, he's just like, why get my hands dirty if I don't have to? The boy's got a logic. I love the two panels like facing off with each other. He's like, oh, I don't want to fight you. But Hatz is like, this is easier. Get rid of the competition. I get it though. If they're not on a team, then how would you go up against somebody who has a very similar goal to you, who's going to get in your way and is like opposing your ability to do what you need to? Because it's deliberately messing with your plan. How would we treat them if it wasn't someone that we're like friends with? I can understand the logic. This is me like every time I play like Mario Kart. This is why no one plays games with me, because the moment that I'm like, oh, we're competing, I've never met you, I don't know you, we have no affinity to each other whatsoever. Oh gosh, we're taking the knife out. He's like, fine, let's fight. It's an interesting way to hold the blade, unless we're like not trying to hurt anybody. He's stepping in like, he was going with grovel, right? Shibisu was like, no, please don't do this. Because like, even he knows if he has to compete against Khun, he's no, wait, hang on. I get it too, like they've spent a bunch of time around Endorsi, and if they don't get Endorsi's name back, she's definitely gonna die. She's gonna lose her ability to be one of the princesses, and that's like basically a death sentence, right? You don't retire from being a princess of Jihad. So I get it, and they spent a bunch of time with her, right? Traveled with her, had each other's back. I understand, like, this is what's conflicting with me, is I'm like, I get it from all sides. Even could be like, we can't give you the name, like, we have to take it, we have to be able to continue traveling. Bomb has to figure out who he is, we need the help of Lady Yuri, like, we have to figure out this Hell Train thing, we got White to deal with. I get it. Yeah, and then Bomb has to go back to Foog, which is basically, like, losing all of his freedom, or, like, what's gonna happen with Oryang, right? Is he gonna survive this? Like, I know that we're not dealing with like Team Sweet and Sour stuff directly, but I get it. Again, I understand. I just want us to all be friends, but also I understand why we're conflicting with each other. I like how Shibitsu's like, no, please don't do this. And Endorsi, I don't know if she'll stop this because she's got a vested interest. Anak doesn't tend to get involved unless she absolutely has to. Bomb could put a stop to it. Ooh, that's a cool panel with the like slash movement. Ooh, we flipped the blade. Nice. We were like not going on the attack before. Now he's fine. Let's fight. I love all the line work. Y'all are gonna take this place down. Everyone needs to chill out. If he had a good weapon. Wow, the shade being thrown around. Dang, y'all need to calm down. All right, I don't think it's your chance. I think this is not gonna go your way. Ooh, dang, the kick. Again, forgetting that Khun's a lot better fighter hand to hand. I think a lot of other people who are like lighthouse users, right? He can definitely hold his own in a fight. He's just, I don't have to, so I'm not going to. We're just throwing punches now? Dang, he's all right, everything goes. I'm just gonna go for it. Whew. What a panel there. Like all of that motion and then this stillness after everything. Boy, we get another kick in. We need some distance. Like, it's nice. You can have a fist fight. Great job. Oh, the face. I know. Oh, yeah, I need everyone to calm down. Where should be so I'm like, can everyone just calm down? Stop. Be friends. Wait. Part of his body, boy. When did dismemberment become an option? Yeah, I was like, it looked like we had the blade really close to his face too. Ooh, we got the rip on his arm. He did get past him. That's fair too. Like, he got behind him, which was the whole point. We were trying to stop him. Dang, he got him though. Yeah. Like them being like, hey, if you're gonna use Bomb without talking to us, without asking. Manipulate. I think that's part of it too, is like I was saying in the last couple of chapters, is like Khun likes to be in control. He likes to know what's happening, and he likes to be the one moving the pieces. And for a second there, he wasn't the one doing it. So I think there's like a little part of him taking it like personally. And also it's like someone manipulating Bomb. If there's one thing that Khun gets angry about or frustrated about, it's people manipulating Bomb and continue to do that. Like for all of Khun's like manipulation and plans within plans and being this like chess master of everything that's going on, when Bomb is, I want to do this, he's okay. Like he's always, what do you want to do? And I think that's an important difference, right? Is like Khun understands that he cannot just manipulate Bomb like a piece on a chessboard. It's more of a collaboration. It's more of him being like, what do you want to do? I'm here to support. I'll rejig the plan. We'll figure it out. So him being like, hey, if you want to use him, you're going to have to fight for it, right? You're gonna have to go through me. And I can respect that. Again, I'm like all sides. I'm like, I understand. See, I don't want to see Bomb getting used by anyone anymore. He should be allowed to live his life. He should have freedom. And Khun's like, I know what it's like to have people dictate who you're supposed to be and have a like image already in their head of who you are as a person and use you to get what they want. It's very close to like Endorsi, right? Like she has all this kind of like fame and almost like idol worship, right, about her. But at the same time, she is compared to like just a pair of like shoes, right? Something pretty to be on display in order to show someone else's status and wealth and power, right? Khun can understand that too, as like one of the members of the families, is that he's supposed to have a certain image. He's supposed to be a certain kind of person. He's supposed to behave in a certain kind of way, even with the power that comes along with that name. And he's stepped out of that, which has caused his own issues, right? So I understand what it feels like to be manipulated like a puppet. And I'm not going to let someone else do that. Not to someone like Bomb. Because I fought with a friend. Don't worry about it. He's like, where's Bomb? Where's our boy? Yeah, remember when they didn't stay for the story? I like she's gone full villain mode. She's, if you're not going to agree, I'll make you. Hey, she's used to getting what she wants, right? Khun's like, off. Are we gonna have another showdown? Or is she just gonna be like, I don't know if I can take this fight again. Face off. I love that face off with the panels. Then you like scroll and it's like, one, it's just like spatial awareness, right? Because they're facing each other. But I also love that it's like a facing off against each other as well. Yeah, also we're gonna have to deal with Lady Yuri if we don't figure this out, which is also not someone I would like to get on the bad side of. I love the like, I'm gonna hide behind this door. Yes, have other reasons. I was gonna say, it's not just because of Rachel. It's not just like blindly following after her. There's a bunch of other layers here. Aw, this is a journey for myself too. Yes, it is, my boy. Have better goals in life. Aw, sweet boy. We'll figure it out. Now we gotta figure that out, right? Like now we gotta come up with some kind of more complex plan. It can never be easy. But I can feel the stupidity in the air. I love her. She's chaotic, but that's part of the reason I love her. Yeah, we got some secrets. Interesting too, like we have her kind of slipping back into that persona that she has where she's like less serious. And then we have this like shift again. And we see the desperation of her being like, I don't want to lose my name. I don't want to lose my life. But also she wants somebody to choose her, right? Like, again, a princess is someone who's fairly lone in terms of going about their life, right? Like you could never truly trust anyone. Even when we've seen like Lady Yuri interacting with the other princesses, there's like an undercurrent of I'm definitely manipulating things and I have my own plans and I will use you to get what I want. Endorsi is I want someone to choose me because I'm me. And Bomb is one of the people who's just, oh yeah, I want to be your friend just because like you're a person that I enjoy being around and not because of like your title, not because I can use you for something, just because you're you. And that's part of what kind of drew her to him, is like this innocence and this like genuine nature to him. There's no two-sidedness to what Bomb says, right? And now he's not choosing her. And there's like a desperation behind it. Focusing on that Rachel thing. Girl, never center your life around a man. In the year 2025, I know this came up before that, but center a life around a man? No, you can do better. She's like, fine, I'll steal it by force then. She didn't try to kill you though, so that's nice. Yeah, they are complicated. I feel like complicated is an understatement. Like grossly under describes everything that's going on. See right here, he's like, what should we do, Mom? He's always asking. He's like, leadership to you. What are we doing? Yeah, we're gonna have to work with her. She's gonna have to agree to some extent. Yeah, I feel like there's gonna be some kind of fight. Yeah, also that's like enemies on two sides. It's a good thing to point out too, is oh, we thought we were gonna have allies here. And now we have another enemy we have to compete with. I like that. Nice trip. Ooh, touchy subject. I know there's a lot of layers here. Tell your dad. Uh-oh. We spreading the news? We don't seem super happy about that with the like ellipses. Oh yeah, there's a fight going on. I haven't seen my boy this whole thing. The headache immediately of, dang it, forget it. Oh, were we letting them loose? Oh, no, I need you to not send them all against my sweet boy. Oh, okay. No, that's fine. He's gonna be like, yeah, I'll fight all of you. But probably not a good idea. He hasn't even gotten a chibi form yet. We have to steal something from him too. It's not an eye for an eye. On auction? Oh, this is wandering into territory that makes me very uncomfortable. Oh god. Oh, that's fine. That's whatever. All right, my boy better be okay. I'm gonna be very upset if he gets any more injured than he already is. He's still in chibi form too, and he's doing a good job, so just saying, I'm proud of my boy. Animal instinct. He is rock. Thank you. Yeah, him being like, I can't see it. So it is like a kind of an instinct thing. Like, it's just like a sense, right? If it's Shinsu, you can like sense certain like Shinsu and all that, but it's not the same as being able to fight him properly. It's interesting to see like the serious talk and that he's also still calling him a turtle. Ooh, hey, back up. Nice. Speaking of Swordsman, just like damage to the floor. The way he's just like, I explained it so straightforward. Yeah, Shibisu knows what's going on. I think it's interesting though that like, we've had multiple times with Hatz where he's like, that's the same thing. People are like introducing nuance and Hatz is, it's this or that. And I think that's so ingrained into part of who he is, of there's like right and wrong, there's good and bad, there's sticking to one's duty and honor, and then there's not. And that's something that he has a little bit of a difficult time finding like the gray zone in between. Whereas you have someone like Khun, which is why they're like butt heads, is Khun's like, he thrives in the gray zone, right? He's morals. Depends on the situation, right? Whereas like Hatz is always, there's like the right thing to do and there's the wrong thing to do, and it's very like a dual decision, right? Like it's this or that, as opposed to like Khun, who's we'll see what happens as we go. Ooh, we aren't his friends. True. Yeah, it's a difference. Again, like I was saying before, like I understand why they are very loyal to Endorsi because they've spent a bunch more time with her. Gotta remember that the majority of this season, like after season 1, they have not been with Bam, right? And I call him Bam because that's just like the first name that I knew him by, but he's very different now. He's been through a lot of different things. The way that he functions in the tower is very different than when they knew him all the way back in season 1. And I think that they're pulling from who he was at that point. Even with Khun, right? Like when was the last time Khun was like with this group of people and actually like working closely with them for a significant amount of time? It's been a minute. They've been through a lot of different things. So it's not the same as it was season 1. And it's difficult to separate that out of who they knew season 1 and who we knew season 1 with, where they were all a group together, and who they are now. True. Also true. Y'all manipulated him without asking, without talking to him, made him step into that role. And here we are. Even if it was no choice, even if it was like the best option, still. Yeah, be careful because the blade is different, but I guess we can have some distance attacks. I don't know if Swordsman dude will have a great chance given actually fighting with his little like, they came to help you. He doesn't really, he is like a lone hunter though. He does like to prove himself. He already sent everyone else away. This is a good fight, leave me alone. But I think also part of it is like when he told the others to leave, right? The no-named. I think it's also part of the like, you might get hurt. Stay out of the way. And he does it in this like gruff, oh, I can do it, I'm fine, like this is my prey, I've finally gotten like a good hunt. But I think it also comes from a place of, hey, I need you to not be here because you could get hurt, so just clear the area and let me deal with this. Oh, I don't care if I die in battle. He's like, oh, I'm fine if it's me, but if you get hurt, now I have to take care of you. He loves his turtles. Oh dear. Well, he's seen them now. Yeah, it's a little complicated. It always means that they're from the Airy family. Hair color is a very important marker of who is from what families. Eye color as well. I do appreciate the color coding though. Like every time there's a Khun, I'm like, hey! I'm like, bright blue eyes, slightly pastel blue hair. Khun family. Yeah, Rock's like, all right, let's keep going. I don't think you're gonna do well in this, my dude. Ooh, we did get knocked off. He's like, no, that's mine. I guess there's also ignition weapons. I gotta remember that he does have some power behind him. I worry. I don't remember his name, so I'm just like, oof. Are you that important? Could you be dragon fodder? Who knows? Yeah, there's a lot going on. It's interesting that we're like arrogant bunch. Smash cut. Speaking of course she knows. She knows all. We should just ignore it. It's fine. Hello? Yes, we had other people who were like on the move. Thank you for someone being like, it's dangerous to split up. Everyone's let's split up. I'm like, that's a terrible idea. Terrible. Stick with the group. Oh, hello. We're gonna kidnap some people. Oh, poor man. He's a tired boy. He's been through a lot. Are we taking a break? Yeah, I was like, hang on. Take 5. What are we drinking though? That also makes me worried. We're just refueling. The fact that he's so casual about it. Hang on. I'm gonna take a drink. I'm assuming it's also because we're powering up of some kind. Dang, you couldn't even keep your hands on your weapon? Look, I don't know a lot about fighting with of any kind, but like especially with a weapon, but I feel like keeping hold of your weapon is like one of the first things you need to be really good at. Ooh, the eyes like whited out is also scary. Oof. The flame coming in though, of trying to help him. Yeah, you do need to get the sword back. That's like important. Uh-oh. The little look of like almost shock that he's also here. He doesn't even seem to know how it's used. He's just, I don't know, I'm gonna guess. Figure it out. Ooh, oh dear. Remember when we were supposed to be ignoring it? Oh, see, this is what I said. I was like, I do not feel like you're gonna do well. And now he has an ignition weapon. In my defense, they also call him Mr. Swordsman. I love how we have the Dutch angle there too. Of, again, off-kilter, something not quite right. Yeah, he's made your enemy stronger now. Better hunt. He's just like messing around with it. He's just like, how does this even work? Oh, the crazed look in his eyes though. Rock, maybe we go full size mode. Maybe. I love the chibi life too, but I don't know if we can block it. Not with the power up. Ooh, what are we drinking? It glows slightly. Is it just booze? Are we just drinking on the job? I like how now he's, oh, now I have this new weapon. Maybe I can challenge guys too. I'm like, ooh, are we going full mode? Dang. My boy, full size and ready to fight. It's a serious hunt when we get full size Rock. Let's go. It's been a minute. The chibi life may have originally been forced on him, but he embraces it. The switch to this like nice sunny scene after all of that. Oh, did you hurt my boy? Hang on, we didn't get the fight? Hold on, it was like fight, we were doing great, and now he's on the ground. Hold on, I was so happy. I really need you to be taken care of in a very violent way. My sweet boy, how dare you? Bomb, go full Violet on him. For the greater good or whatever you need to motivate you to do it. It's for my greater good, okay? You said it in the sweetest way possible. The most, like, softening it out, putting in a bunch of words and phrases you didn't need to make it seem less harsh. And now you're like, was I being mean? You sweet, sweet boy. Yeah. The way that he's like immediately empathetic though, I can understand from her perspective, but I also need to do this. He doesn't like stepping on other people to get the power that he needs though. The way that I can't help anyone thoughtlessly anymore. And again, that's like I was saying of comparing season 1 to now. Season 1 Bomb was like, yeah, I'll help everybody. You just be like, I need help. He's like, sure, fine. Like he would just, anyone who asked, he was like, I can help. Why not? But now I need to understand that I'm powerful enough and have enough influence that I can't just do whatever, right? Like being connected to me has its own dangers with it. And there are too many pieces now, right? There's too many things going on for me to just decide to help someone without considering the ramifications of making that decision. Ooh, interesting too, to be like, the more power he has, the less freedom he has to do whatever he wants, right? The less freedom he has to help whoever he wants. Again, season 1 Bomb, very different from this one. But also now we're considering of if I had that godlike power and I could grant wishes, perhaps. Going back to everyone be like, hey, if you go up far enough the tower, or get your wish granted. I feel like we're wandering into a little bit of a dangerous territory. I think everyone starts with good intentions of, oh, I can help the most people, perhaps, or I can do the most if I have the most power. And how does that turn out? We haven't met anyone with a lot of power who's been like particularly good, right? Even like Lady Yuri, I'm like, yeah, she's on our side, but is she a good person? Like as much as I like her and as much as we get along and it's great to have her with us, is she a good person? Even like Khun, great power from one of the families, thrives in moral gray zone, right? Like moral ambiguity is where he firmly exists. So do we want more power? Ooh, isn't it better being human? My sweet boy. Look, Khun's like one of my favorite characters. So we connect. Yeah, living for everyone else's sake. Going back to when he was like, this journey is partly for myself. Is it like selfish? Yeah, but also like you don't need to do a bunch of stuff just for like other people. Like how much of Bomb's life has been for other people? And he was probably at his most selfless season 1 with this sort of like genuine naivete to him, but also it's okay to have your own life and to be your own person and to have things that you want. It's okay. And he's lived very much his life for what other people want, other people's plans, other people's names, and like version of who he's supposed to be. Yeah, it's okay to not be perfect. I think that's also the problem is that like he has to make a decision, right? He has to figure out who he is, and that's part of this journey that he's going on. Yeah, okay, we can talk about the fact that Rachel's going that way and he wants some closure with that, but also he needs to figure out who he is as a person without other influence. Everyone has told him who he is the entirety that he can remember. He needs to decide for himself. He needs to be on a journey of figuring out his own meaning, his own purpose, his own drive. And especially now that Rachel isn't like the singular focus of why he's doing anything, he really has to figure that out now, especially the more power that he has. What are you going to use it for? And it's okay that you like don't treat everyone completely equally, right? It's like I was saying, season 1, anyone asked him for help, he was like, yeah, of course I'll help you, because he wants to treat everyone equally, right? Like he wants to look at everyone equally. But it's okay to like some people more than other people, right? It's okay to care about some people more than other people. It's okay to be a human, right? Being a human is like you have friends and family and people that you care for and love. You have your own interests and likes and dislikes and things that drive you forward and goals and all of that. Humans are flawed, but that doesn't mean that they're like bad, right? It doesn't mean that you're like a bad person because you choose something for yourself, right? It's, do you choose that by stepping on other people, or do you just decide that you need to go after the things that mean something to you, right? Like you can't care about everything. Even if you're a god, he's not, he's a human. So he can't care about and be involved with everything, regardless of how much power he has. it's an interesting thing to bring in, an interesting moral dilemma to bring into this. Like, not only just in terms of him not being able to help his friends, right? Like his opposing the goals of the people that he cares about, but also if you're a god, if you have a bunch of power, what does that mean? And I think that it's really interesting that for a long time with being Violet, with Foog, with everything, he's been told like, oh, you're destined to be a god. You're going to be a god. You're like Slayer nominee. Like you're going to be all these wonderful things. You're going to do all these things, but because other people want it. Right? It's always been because other people have plans for him. Other people have decided what he's going to be. Other people are moving the chess pieces around to make him do stuff. And now we have someone like Khun, which I said, doesn't want to use him, doesn't want anyone to use him, being like, you're not a god, you're a human. Humans are flawed. Humans want things. Humans are contradictory and ambiguous, and there's moral gray zones, and like we don't always know what we're doing, right? Like right and wrong is something that we've decided, but it isn't like a universal thing. There isn't like a law of the universe that is going to prevent you from doing certain things or having to do other things, like gravity, right? Like it doesn't work like that. You have to make those decisions for yourself. And Bam for a really long time has been like letting other people decide things for him, letting other people dictate who he's going to be and how he's going to interact with things. And now he has to figure it out for himself, right? He has to be able to stand on his own feet. And it's a really difficult thing to do. Some of that's like coming of age, right? I think that we all got to a point where you were like an adult and you're like, oh God, I have to figure things out for myself and I have to do everything myself. And like you just get to a point where you've realized that you do actually are able to do all these things. And Bam's kind of going through that in a much like more exaggerated form, right? This kind of coming of age story with him. But it's also, hey, you have all this power now. It's been given to you. All of those souls have like their own like vengeance things. All of the Foog people have their own things. White has his own things. Even his friends with Shibisu wanted to get their own goals because of him, right? So they're all of these people who have ideas of who he's supposed to be and what he's supposed to be doing. And now you have Khun, who's, I don't want people to use you. So what do you want? What are you thinking? What do we do next? Who are you? And wanting to leave that space for him. And I think that's a really important part of his journey of discovering who he is, but is also, I think, like a dilemma that we all go through, right? Like when you realize that you do have certain influence or ability or whatever, right? Like just being a person in the world and you have to decide, make decisions for yourself is like a lot just as a grown-up to be like, oh yeah, I can't actually decide to do all these things. Oh God, what do I do? Like when you're like, oh, you can do anything. It's that's too many options. That's too wide open. So I think that it's interesting to bring some of that in because he does have the power to do a lot of things, but he doesn't have the power to do everything. And how do you decide what you should be using your power and influence for? How do you navigate that? It's interesting. I love all of the nuances that come into the story. And I think that it's so interesting how many blocks have been built up to this moment with Bam and who he's going to be and how he's going to interact with the tower, especially like the more that the families take notice of him, the more that like princesses get involved in his life and all of these powerful players in how the tower works. What role is he going to play? Because he's going to play one. And he's going to have to decide how he's going to represent that. And we've seen what happens when someone has a bunch of power and they try to be a god, right? That's what White is. That's what Jihad is, right? Like we've seen people who are like, oh, I'm going to be a god. And it never really turns out well. So who is he going to be? Is he going to be a human? Or is he going to take the same path as those who have come before him? It's a difficult decision, but I hope you enjoyed reading along with me. You can click those plays to go and see my previous reactions, or you can subscribe to miss next time I post a Tower of God video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.